Hi, we're Group 33. I'm Ashley Osorio, and we're talking about reproductive cloning and why it is of interest.
Hello, I'm Beatrice Rieta, and I'm going to talk about the knowledge about reproductive cloning.
Hi, I'm Marisa Vasquez, and I'll be talking about the controversy surrounding reproductive cloning.
I'm Sydney Wong, and I'm also going to talk about the controversy for reproductive cloning.
Cloning is a form of asexual reproduction. A child produced by cloning would be the genetic duplicate of an existing person. For example, if you cloned yourself, the resulting child would be neither your son nor your daughter nor your twin brother or sister, but a new category of a human being, your clone. Over 18 mammal species have been cloned, although a majority of cloning attempts fail completely. There have been successful attempts, but the animal clones born alive, many are affected by large offspring syndrome, proving that no clones are fully healthy. People are hoping for the possibility of creating a human clone for gay and lesbian couples who want to have a child that is genetically related to them. But it is not completely safe, and any experiment to test that would be unethical. Reproductive cloning can provide genetically related children for people who cannot produce sperm or egg, and it is a look for a possibility to allow parents of a child who has died to seek redress for their loss.
The largest controversy with stem cell research is the use of an embryo. This deals with the controversy surrounding laws and beliefs regarding contraception, abortion, and in vitro fertilization. For reproductive cloning to take place, the inner cell wall of the blastocyte, which is the fertilized embryo, will be removed. Thus, the original blastocyte no longer has the opportunity to develop into a human being. Using this method, scientists can create blastocytes containing stem cells that are considered clones of a single adult cell using the genetic material from an adult cell into an ovum or an egg whose nucleus has thus been removed. Then they would implant that into only now an animal. Many say that the embryo is a human and has rights and morals, and that by removing the blastocyte it is a form of abortion. But little do people know is that the research site would eventually destroy and discard of the embryo either way. Lastly, in 2002, the National Academy stated that reproductive cloning in both animals and human beings should not be done and should no longer be practiced because it is unsafe and can cause danger to the individual and their well-being.
Reproductive cloning is only unethical from one point of view. As humans, instead of shunning new technologies, we should instead embrace human clones because they show that we are progressing scientifically. It also shows that we are creative beings and that we are accepting of diversity. On another note, reproductive cloning provides the opportunity for lesbians to have a child without a sperm donor. Of course, this process would still require a surrogate to be successfully completed, but the child would be more of theirs. A lot of people do not agree with reproductive cloning because they claim that it is unsafe. However, with any scientific progression comes trial and error. So we would not have doctors who are experts at surgery without failed attempts, and we have to start somewhere.
Dolly the sheep was the first mammal to ever be cloned, but unfortunately, she died at 6 years old when usually sheep are able to live for 10 to 12 years. Her unexpected death later led to a lot of controversies in the reproductive cloning. That later led to states passing their own laws banning human cloning, but Congress never reached a consensus, meaning that there was never a decision or an agreement made. In 2001, former President George W. Bush banned the U.S. government funds for most embryonic stem cell research, which was considered to be applied also in cloning. So President Barack Obama later lifted a ban on embryonic stem cell research, but said he will ensure the government and will not open the door to use of cloning for the creation of another person. Even without the federal law, Food and the Drug Administration officials have some authority to put a stop to human cloning. They can investigate allegations of the procedure because researchers aren't allowed to experiment on people with new drug or device without the FDA's approval. A U.S. biotech company, once known as Advanced Cell Technology, tried to clone humans during the 2000s, but was not successful, and several scientists over the years have claimed to clone humans, but there has never been any evidence of them being cloned. Asome was also working on a project to bring a woolly mammoth back from extinction, as well as other animals who have been extinct, and partnering with the world's biggest cloning. Well, they're partnering with the world's biggest factory, which is the Bone Life Group in China, to create the primary clones. Animal clones are even an American food as of now, and in 2008 the FDA declared that milk or meat created from cloned animals was just as safe as those animals who haven't been cloned.
Thank you for listening to our project on reproductive cloning.